This is PTQ, the Tutor Maestro. Tutor Maestro designs, masters, and uploads keynote videos for online learning for Key Stage 2 pupils who are in their final years of primary education. The following videos provide pupils, teachers, tutors, parents and others with skills of how to answer questions that have passages covering true, false, fact or opinion, and correct spellings. Here we're looking for true or false statements in a passage, and the passage is about the Great Famine. So the first set of statements that we have, we're asked which of these is true. So if we look at the first one, the famine happened in Canada. Of course it didn't, it happened in Ireland. That's false. The farmers were landlords. No, they weren't, they were peasants, so that's false. Millions of people starved, doesn't say that. It says the population of the country decreased. So that's false. And dysentery and typhus are brands of potatoes. Of course, no, they're not. They are diseases. So that's false. So the true statement is the potato crop failed. It says so in the passage. That's the true statement. So we eliminate those, we get rid of those, and we put up 5 more statements. We're asked which of these is true. So it says the potatoes were grown in Canada. Of course, that's false. The cure for dysentery was typhus. Of course, that's false because typhus is also a disease. Canada is the capital of USA. We know that that's not true because Canada is a country in its own right. And the landlords lived in England. Of course they didn't. They lived in Ireland. So the true statement is, and it says so in the passage, there was little work in Ireland. So we get rid of those statements and we put up another 5. And this time we're asked which of these is false. So D, 4 countries are named in the passage. That's true. There they are. The landlords evicted the farmers. Of course they did. And that's a true statement. Potatoes were Ireland's main crop. Yes. Principal source of food. Main crop. That's true. And thousands of people starved. It says so in the passage. So that's true. So the false statement is Canadians emigrated to Ireland. Of course, the Irish emigrated to Canada. So that's the false statement. Which of these statements is false? 5 more statements. First of those, peasant farmers couldn't pay their rent. Of course, that's true. The crop failed for 4 years. It says so in the passage. That's true. People immigrated to the USA. Yes, they did, as well as Canada and England. So that's true. The famine happened over 150 years ago. It says that in the passage. So that's true. So the false statement is the farmers evicted the landlords. Of course, it's the other way around. The landlords evicted the farmers. So that's the false statement there. We're going to look at a passage to see whether something is a fact or an opinion. Most passages there are statements which are factual, that is true, or opinion, an expression of what people think. And here we have the passage about the Great Famine. And the first question is which of the following statements is a fact? And we have 5 statements. These are not facts. And the first of these is people thought that the population increased. It didn't, it decreased, as you can see there. The diseases could have been prevented. Now, when you see the word could, that means it's not a fact. Many farmers treated their landlords unfairly. Well, it was the other way around. The landlords treated the farmers unfairly, so that's not a fact. The people felt that the animals ate too much. Now, that isn't a fact either. So, the statement which is a fact is that the potato crop failed for 4 years, and as you can see, that's in the passage, so that's a fact. So another 5 statements, which of these is an opinion? So these are the facts. People emigrated to England, Canada and USA. Yes, it says that in the passage. Thousands of people starved. Yes, that's a fact from the passage. The Great Famine happened over 150 years ago, and as you can see, that's in the passage. That's a fact. And landlords evicted their tenants. That's a fact. So the opinion is that potato crop was the only crop going. Now, potato crop was grown, but it doesn't say whether it was the only one or whether there were others. So that's an opinion. We're going to look at a passage where there might be a number of spelling mistakes. You have to find the mistakes. On each line there's either one mistake or no mistakes. Find the group of words in which there is a mistake and mark the letter for it on your answer sheet. If there's no mistake, mark N. So the first line, we look at it and there's a word there, reckoned, which isn't spelled correctly. The correct spelling is given. In line 2, there's no spelling mistakes, but the word there in part B isn't the correct there. It should be T-H-E-R-E. In line 3, the word dried is spelled incorrectly. It should be D-R-I-E-D. In line 4, if we look through it, mud, full of tumbleweed, large stones and smaller rocks. There's no mistake there, so we mark N. In line 5, the word narrow is spelled incorrectly. There should be 2 R's. In line 6, the word 100 isn't spelled correctly. There's the correct spelling, part C. In line 7, no spelling mistakes, but the word past is the wrong past. It should be P-A-S-T. In line 8, again, there are no spelling mistakes, but the wrong where is used, part A. It should be W-E-R-E. In line 9, again, there are no spelling mistakes, but the word pain is the wrong pain. It should be, that's a pane of glass. It should be P-A-I-N, soreness. And in line 10, if we look through it, there are no mistakes, so we mark N.